So what up, guys? So here she is. Still got quite a few things to do before I can even pull the motor out. I was trying to tackle the harness today. I got part of the harness out. It's inside the garage, and I'm having a hard time getting the rest of this stuff out. This side is pretty much good, but it's inside the car. I have the dash and stuff out, but let me see if I can show you guys. But I gotta get my engine mounts and stuff like that because the MK4 uses like a really odd engine mount, like mounted on the side. But so you guys can see right there, the whole dash is out, but I'm having a hard time getting the rear bar out. There's a square nut over here on the left, and I have no idea how to get that thing out because it's like tack welded on each corner, and the plate is too far down for me to grind it, so to like just cut it off or whatever. So I don't know, I'm gonna have to figure out something. But that's the other part of the harness that I'm trying to get out, and the steering column and stuff like that. And yeah, it's going pretty smooth so far. I think it's pretty decent for day one. Tomorrow I should have one of my buddies with me, so that's gonna make things go a lot quicker. I have to put this cover back on because I don't want the neighbors or the city coming and saying shit to me again like they did already once. But yeah, all right guys, so it is Tuesday morning. I've been out here for about 30 minutes now, 40 minutes. I got the rebar out sitting over there on the floor. I need to take the airbag out so I can probably sell that separately. But I wanted to just show you guys where I'm at now, just a quick little update. So I just got to get the harness out, and then I'm gonna have to go through the harness and figure out what I'm using and what I'm not, which that's gonna be the pain in the ass part. So then I noticed that the ignition switch on the column is actually like riveted into it, so I'm gonna have to cut those little rivets off to get that ignition switch off so I can mount it onto the MK2 column. So yeah, I mean, it's moving right along. But all right guys, I made some major progress. So ABS system is out, brake booster's out, brake pedal, gas pedal, everything on the interior is out, the harness is out, thank God. I'm gonna let you guys know, if you guys are trying to take an MK4 harness out to put in a Mark II or something, this is freaking, here it is. It's from the front of the car, it's all one loom. That's the bad part. It's not like A2s that it's separated. The only bad part is because this accident was so bad. Let me show you guys from the back. Well, this thing got annihilated, this Jetta. So yeah, that's the back. It got rear-ended like really bad. I couldn't actually get into the trunk at all. Like, I tried to move the carpet and stuff, it's so destroyed that I ended up having to cut the loom, which I hope is not going to come back and bite me in the ass. But right here you can see this is the driver's side loom that got cut, and this is the passenger side loom that got cut. I cut them after the ABS. This is the brake sensors here, the ABS sensors. So yeah, hopefully I'm hoping that it's just to like the brake lights and shit like that, and that it's not that big a deal, because I got to figure out what I'm using, what I'm not, and all that stuff. So for the motor, it's almost done. I just got a few more things. I got to take out the shift linkage here. I got to take out the axles and stuff like that. I just wanted to make sure that everything else was done before I start pulling all that crap. And I found out, I guess you can use Mark IV rotors. They just have to mount them upside down and vice versa. So the driver's side has to go to the passenger side, and the passenger side has to go to the driver's side, mounted on the G60 carrier, or the VR6 knuckle, which is what I'm going to be using from the other car. So I'll do some test fitting and seeing how it works. If it seems too much of a pain in the ass, then I'll just sell the calipers or something. I got a set of Mark VI GTI calipers as well, but I don't know. I highly doubt those are usable. But so I'm going to pull the front calipers and the brake lines, and I'm actually, because I have to make new brake lines, I'm actually going to pull the brake lines from this car and try to reuse them. I was reading online, because these things are in really good shape. They still have the black paint on there that they come with. They're not even, you know, I think this car spent most of his life here in Texas, so it doesn't really have any rust at all. So yeah, I was gonna take those brake lines and get the bender tool and try to rebend them in certain spots to fit them to the Mark II. And but it's coming along pretty good. Like I mentioned before, turbo is shot, so that's gonna put my build back a little bit further because I really don't have the cash for turbo right now. And like I said before, I still got to get the heater box out and everything. Check the heater core, see if it's still good. If it is, then I found out that A4 heater cores or Mark IV heater cores can fit right into a Mark II box. All right, everybody, quick little update. So as you can see, I have a big ball of fucking mess here. If you guys are planning to do any type of MK4 swap into a Mark II, it's a lot more work. So basically, I have some of the components labeled. You can't really see anything here. There's my doggy. She's not feeling well. Right here, I have fuel pump harness, and it's supposed to be my, that's just junk, actually. And here's the ABS harness for the rear of the car. So basically, I have those labeled, what I know for a fact I need to use. And then, but pretty much what you got to do is you have two options of doing this. Option one is you contact a few different companies out there. There is a few of them, and you pay $400, and they'll send you a harness like this, but that's already been taken apart. It's already been rewrapped, and it's all the stuff that you need, pretty much. Or option two is you do it yourself, like I'm doing, because I ripped out the entire harness of the car, and I didn't really feel like, I mean, I know it's a lot of work, but I didn't feel like spending $400. There's some companies that if you send them the harness, like this harness, if I would have sent it to them before I mean, I think I can still send it to them even with the looms the way they are, then they'll give you like a $50 charge, or like an $80 charge back on your account. So, you know, basically it'd be like 50 bucks less. It's like $325 or $350 if you send them a harness. If you don't, then it's like $415 or something like that if you're just buying one. So yeah, it's really not that bad. Like, it looks really bad, but what I'm doing right now is I'm cutting all the looms off, all the tape. That's pretty much what you got to do first. That was the mistake I made. I started to unravel some stuff because I'm like, oh, maybe I can just cut where it needs to be, but no, you have to pretty much cut all the tape off, all the insulation off, everything, and just get bare wire. Then you can pull out what you need. So guys, here we are wiring. Best, I guess the only thing to say is I screwed it up big time. So I was reading some stuff on the forums, and I accidentally ended up reading multiple different posts, and I got posts confused and stuff. Yeah, look at the mess I made there. I got a lot of stuff confused. I got a lot of stuff wrong, and I screwed up the whole fucking harness pretty much. So what happened was I was reading a post about a guy who shows you how to wire up the engine harness, because well, the engine harness is fine. Both engine harnesses are fine. They're inside the car, so that's a plus. I messed up the body harness, is the one I screwed up. But basically in his post, he was showing you how you can merge this harness, which is the body harness, to the Mark III harness, so you can plug and play, or Mark II CE2 harness, so you can plug and play to the fuse box. Well, I misread some stuff, and I screwed up big time. So what I have to do now is I'm gonna try to see if I can fix it. There is a way to still blend this harness, which is the harness that was in the car, the CE2 harness, with the engine harness that's up front, with the two engine harnesses that are up front. I'm going to try to read through it and see if I can understand it. I'm having a hard time because I think the guy is not even from the US. He's from like overseas somewhere, so his English is kind of like the way he was typing and stuff, it's kind of bad, so I can't really understand 100% what he's trying to say. But if I can't figure it out, then unfortunately I'm gonna have to suck up 200 bucks, and I'm gonna have to buy a new harness. So it sucks, but it was my mistake, and this is part of, you know, learning how to do these builds. So